It's a new year, people, which means everyone is working on their resolutions. For me, it's all the normal ones, you know, get out to the gym more, stop giving people Ebola, read more books. And apparently, President Trump's New Year's resolution was, I should spend more time on Twitter.
The president unloading in his first day back here at the White House. 16 tweets, mainly a mixture of taunts and threats.
President Trump raised the temperature in his duel with Kim Jong-un, who had boasted of having a nuclear button on the desk in his office. Will someone from his depleted and food-starved regime please inform him, the president wrote, that I too have a nuclear button, but it is a much bigger and more powerful one than his, and my button works.
You know, I know that Donald Trump is trying to be menacing here, but all I hear is a really catchy pop song. And it's like, my button brings all the boys to the yard, and they're like, it's bigger than yours. Damn right, it's better than yours. If you had a supercomputer, that could run a simulation of 1 billion ways, you know, to find the stupidest possible way to get into a nuclear war, this tweet is what would come up every single time. There are some things that Twitter just isn't appropriate for. Because just take a step back. Take a step back and think about what pressing the button would actually mean. Hundreds of thousands of people incinerated instantly, and they would be the lucky ones. Millions more would die horribly in the next few weeks, while any survivors would be left to suffer in the desolate world that is choked by poison ash. That's not for Twitter, people. At the very least, that deserves a Tumblr post. So Trump's North Korea tweets got all the attention. But it was only one part of yesterday's foreign diplomacy roast.
President Trump calling out a lot of foreign nations by way of Twitter over the last 24 hours, most recently threatening to cut off financial aid to the Palestinian Authority, tweeting this.
We pay the Palestinians hundreds of millions of dollars a year and get no appreciation or respect. They don't even want to negotiate a long overdue peace treaty with Israel. We have taken Jerusalem, the toughest part of the negotiation, off the table.
Again, the appropriate place to tackle one of the toughest geopolitical problems in history is not on the Twitter. And this one doesn't even make sense. Like, you listen to what Trump just tweeted there. He says he thinks Palestinians should be happier to negotiate now that he's taken Jerusalem off the table. Jerusalem was one of the main things that they wanted to negotiate for. Like, this reminds me of another story from the Holy Land. Remember King Solomon and the baby? Yes, remember that? Imagine if the two women came to Solomon with the baby and Solomon ate the baby. And then he was like, I don't understand why you bitches are not more cooperative. Didn't I take the baby off the table? Huh? And after provoking North Korea and then insulting Palestine, the president then turned to America's greatest foe, the fake news media.
This tweet is another. It also came just moments ago from the president. Quote, I will be announcing the most dishonest and corrupt media awards of the year on Monday at 5 o'clock. Subjects will cover dishonesty and bad reporting in various categories from the fake news media. Stay tuned.
Okay, that's the right way to use Twitter. Honestly, I'm not sure why Donald Trump would hold a corrupt media award ceremony on Monday. I mean, maybe he's just doing it so that he can walk in on the reporters while they're changing. It's like, oh, Jake Tapper, what a surprise. So that was Donald Trump's day on Twitter. The bad news is he's, you know, itching to start a nuclear war. The good news is, despite his threats to Korea, at least he thinks we're going to make it until Monday.
This award season, forget the Oscars, forget the Golden Globes, because everyone is talking about the 2018 Most Dishonest and Corrupt News Awards.
You are fake news.
Hosted by the most popular president in history, Donald J. Trump, and featuring CNN's lying Jim Acosta.
Such lying, disgusting people.
Drunk Don Lemon.
It's a total disgrace.
From Morning Joe, low IQ Crazy Mika.
They are the lowest form of humanity.
And a special future in memoriam for the New York Times.
The failing New York Times, which is like so bad.
So tune in Monday at 5 o'clock a.m. or p.m. He didn't say. Also, location TBD. Twitter maybe.
By the way, I hate some of these people, but I'd never kill them. Let's see. No, I wouldn't.